I have officially changed my mind when it comes to SUI. And why is that? It's because, first of all, I believed that it was going to go to the price of $20. But the more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, that's not going to cut it, man. SUI is one of the best layer 1 blockchains out there. That's actually kind of caca. So now my new price target is $30 hypothetically during this bull run. Now, of course, that's definitely not financial advice. Also, that's most definitely not a guarantee. But why is that? It's because when it comes to SUI, I think it has the fundamental qualities that people often look for in a layer 1 blockchain. It's fast, it's very scalable, and also on top of that, it doesn't suffer from caca gas fee nonsense. That's how amazing it is. But of course, there's more. For instance, right, statistics, they do showcase a lot of things. And when it comes to SUI, it has that covered because we take a look at how transactions per second is around 297,000. And the time to finality is around 400 milliseconds on average. Allegedly, by the way, faster than Solana, which a lot of people love. But actually, again, this is better, allegedly. You also take a look at it's also better than Avalanche and even Ethereum. I mean, you got to think about this, right? When it comes to Ethereum, people like it. They say, oh, wow, it's amazing, all this type of stuff. But gas fees, sky high, complete caca nonsense. Also, on top of that, arguably not even scalable. I mean, what is that all about, man? For a layer 1 blockchain in this day and age? Yeah, that's just not going to cut it, in my opinion. We're nearing 2025. Now, granted, there are many Ethereum layer 2s out there that quite essentially combats all this type of stuff. I get it, while allowing it to be enjoyed. But come on, SUI is like out of the box, quite essentially already amazing. So yeah, it doesn't need, all these other layer 2s to save the day, quite essentially. I mean, come on, man. SUI is already that fantastic. But of course, again, there's more because you take a look at how, for instance, the total value lock is worth hundreds upon hundreds of millions of dollars. And also there's over 50 million active accounts and has been able to facilitate over 4 billion transactions. I mean, caralho, porra. I mean, could you imagine just how amazing, right, SUI is? It's truly one of a kind. Many people out there, they say, oh, wow, there's too many layer 1 blockchains out there. It's oversaturated. No, I disagree. I mean, yes, there's many layer 1 blockchains out there, but it doesn't necessarily mean there are many good options. Sometimes people don't take this into consideration. They think that having a lot means that, hey, there's many good options. But again, there's not many good ones, in my opinion. And SUI, I think, hands down, beats something like Ethereum. Now, granted, Ethereum has the fans, has the hype. That category, I would say, completely embarrasses SUI. Of course, I can't deny that. That is the truth. But in my opinion, when it comes to SUI, what it lacks in terms of the fans and the hype, it makes up for when it comes to the fundamentals. Also, it does lack, the ecosystem when compared to an Ethereum, of course. But I'm just saying, when it comes to pure fundamentals, I like SUI a lot better. For instance, right, let's say I want to launch like a DeFi project or like an NFT project, SUI or Ethereum. Hands down, I'm going to choose SUI. Now, here's the thing. If I want to launch a meme coin to gain hype and fans, then yeah, okay, I'll choose Ethereum. But when it comes to like basically any other project, I'm going to choose to launch it on something like SUI. I think it's fundamentally fantastic. Very wonderful, right? As a layer 1 blockchain, it has the traits that people often look for, so it's really a no-brainer pick for me. SUI really gives me these like Solana vibes, if it makes sense. I feel like it's kind of the second Solana, so to speak. Now, I get it, when it comes to Solana, people say that, oh wow, nothing is ever going to really compare to it, but when it comes to SUI, it really does give me those vibes, because when you take a look at Solana back then, right, what was it known for? Amazing scalability, right? Fast transaction speeds. Also, on top of that, very low gas fees. Isn't that kind of what we're seeing when it comes to SUI? But the added bonus when it comes to SUI is the fact that it's super reliable. You take a look at Solana in the past, it's experienced 8 different network outages in just a time span of a year. Now, this was at one point, they fixed it. But in my opinion, that's kind of like a little bit unacceptable in the grand scheme of things. When you take a look at something like SUI, I mean, it's rock solid. It's very reliable. It's like a, Toyota Land Cruiser. This is what I take a look at when it comes to SUI. I often call, right, in a lot of my videos, Solana like a, Range Rover, It looks cool. It's amazing. Feels nice. Looks nice. But then in terms of reliability, is it really there? You got to ask yourself that question when it comes to a Range Rover. You know what I mean? Now, not to mention, people often ignore the fact that when it comes to SUI, the website looks nice. They like to say that, oh, yeah, man, no one really cares about the website looking cool. I mean, you got to ask yourself this question, man. Like, people often care about this type of stuff, especially enterprises, because the website is often like the first thing they see, right? So if they see something that's unprofessional looking or something that's kind of caca, I mean, of course, they're not going to really want to believe in it. Imagine, right, if I just came out here with a tank top and whatnot, and then I put like, shades, and I started talking to everyone, people are going to be like, what are you on about, dude? It just looks like I'm trying to, chill. It looks like I'm trying to join some kind of frat party. I mean, come on, we got to understand that when it comes to every situation, things sometimes have to be a little bit different. Like, for instance, in a job interview, I'm not going to be rocking up with a tank top. You know what I mean? Especially if it's like a professional job or something like that. Of course, there's a certain attire for job interviews. Also, on top of that, there's a different attire for like, hanging out with friends. I'm not going to pull up with a tuxedo or something like that, right? Hanging out with friends, going to the movie theater, for instance, right? So, of course, everything has a time and place. Some other like layer one blockchains out there that claim to be focused on enterprises, that claim to be professional, I take a look at their website and it looks worse than a meme coin's, website, which is completely insane in my opinion. I mean, really, what is that all about? They literally have the time, the effort, and the resources to make something at least look somewhat decent, and they don't do that. Oh, man. So, of course, when it comes to SUI, I really like that. Website does look very amazing, at least arguably, in my opinion. And I really like that again. Now, some people may think that $30 is this random, crazy pipe dream or whatever. But no, if it were to go to that price, considering current circulating supply, market cap would only be around $83 billion. The reason why I say only is because we've seen Dogecoin reach over 80 billion. We've seen BNB reach over $100 billion in market cap. I mean, come on, man. I really don't think this is too much to ask for, hypothetically. Now, you got to think about how BNB actually, I just don't really get that. Because you take a look at just last year, according to Crypto.com research, slightly over 2% of the crypto hacks that happened actually occurred on the BNB Smart Chain ecosystem. So, yeah. What is that all about? The crypto space overall is massive. Over 2%. Could you imagine that? So the way I view it is that, when it comes to SUI, it's a lot more dynamic. It's a lot cooler. It's a lot more fantastic. So again, I don't see why $30 is crazy. Everyone thought that $20 was insane, but no, I think $30 is actually the new $20 because oftentimes people don't really realize how amazing the community is when it comes to SUI. Also on top of that, it's not like SUI is this unknown, under the radar type of thing. It's actually listed in a bunch of major exchanges. So exposure is key. That's really going to benefit it greatly, in my opinion, once that FOMO, buying pressure and buying volume really kicks in. Around 6 months from right now, a year from right now, things will look so different. There's currently over 600 million crypto owners. You also take a look at the Bitcoin ETF. All of these amazing factors, I think this bull run could be so amazing. I think Bitcoin, hypothetically, $150,000 during this bull run. I don't see why not. And I think if it were to do that, it would be only fair to assume that something like SUI does go along with the ride. So that's why, again, $30 is my new price target. I changed my mind in a good way, of course. But yeah, even besides that point, even historically speaking, altcoins, they've been known to peak around 18 months after a Bitcoin halving event as worst case scenario. If we consider how the Bitcoin halving event actually last happened back in April, 18 months would actually mean, again, October of next year, worst case, right? Now, that's basically a year from right now because we're already in October. However, it could happen earlier. You just never know. But even besides that, I'm prepared for both situations because I'm dollar cost averaging anyways. I'm just acquiring, holding, and just, waiting, right? That's it. I'm not trying to day trade or use leverage or swing trade. I'm just going to stay patient, continue to dollar cost average because SUI at the price of $30 during this bull run wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. I think it's arguably one of the best layer one blockchains out there. And I think that this bull run with all those amazing factors could be so fantastic. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I greatly appreciate it. It's Lee the Captain, and I'll catch you all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.